7th year of this festival, our theme is We Come Back. Back to our communities, back to our villages, back to our true indigenous heritage presentations and productions. We are bringing back iconic events such as Yesterday's Children, Bell Manor Riots, and the Courtship Codes. We want to highlight the importance of coming back to our roots, celebrating the people and the communities that make Tobago so special. Get ready for an unforgettable experience as we say, we come back to our true essence. We want to encourage each and every one of you to continue to support our cultural development and preservation in any way that you can. Your support is truly invaluable. Together, we can continue to make a positive impact that will be felt for generations to come. Thank you, and see you in July.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense pride and excitement that I address you to officially launch the 2024 Tobago Heritage Festival. The Tobago Heritage Festival is not just an event, it is a journey back to our roots. This year's theme, We Come Back, back to our communities, back to our villages, back to our true indigenous heritage presentations and productions. It captures the true essence of revitalizing the culture and traditions that have shaped our identity for generations. This year marks the 37th successful hosting of the festival, and we are proud to officially dub the month of July as Tobago Heritage Month, a time when our island comes alive with rhythms, flavors, and stories of our ancestors. The festival continues to offer an unparalleled opportunity for economic growth on the island. Every stakeholder, from local artisan and vendor to hospitality businesses and transportation services, stand to benefit. Our vibrant cultural displays will attract visitors, boost tourism, and provide a significant economic uplift to the island. The heart of this festival beats in our communities. We are empowering each village to manage its own productions to ensure authenticity and sustainability. The Tobago Festival Commissions Limited and the Tobago House of Assembly are here to support you, fostering an environment where our heritage can flourish sustainably. As we embark on this journey, let us celebrate the essence of Tobago. Let us honor our heritage and support our communities as we showcase the vibrant culture that makes our island unique. Thank you.
Last year, October 2023, the island tilted. The peaceful bliss of sea, sun, and sand was transcended as we took to the streets to revel in paradise.
We love Tobago Carnival!
Tobago! It's such a nice place!
Tobago Carnival, we're right here. We're not leaving till we go right down.
It's the greatest, it's the best, it's safe, and it's beautiful!
I love Tobago, baby. Coming back next year. Hey!
Playing pan on the streets is a magical experience. When the band strike up, is rhythm, steel and powder. This is Tobago Carnival, pan in paradise.
Tobago is the best.
Tobago Carnival is the new home for the legend of Calypso. Where else can you get sweet Calypso music that gives you that nostalgic feeling?
Soca Titans is we title, is we monarch. We built artists from scratch who can perform with the best. Real titans of soca.
When last you've been to a party, plenty women looking so nice. We must be in paradise.
This year, ritual takes on new space and dimension. Traditions will be reimagined, breaking free, and taking on new meaning on the road.
I love the energy!
This year, the revelry is bigger and better. More colors, more meaning, great packages for the masqueraders. Tobago Carnival is freedom.
This year promoting safety in all events for Tobago Carnival. This year promoting whining, not minding people business. This year promoting clean fun, security and freedom.
Freedom to be any version of yourself that you choose to be with love and safety. Here, you have permission to be you, uninhibited and free.
So what you waiting on? This year, this October 2024, experience the ritual, revel in paradise, release yourself. From the greatest little island on the planet, this is the Tobago Carnival 2024.
You're viewing Tobago Updates Television, your exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
2024. I'm coming to you live from the Port Mullin, Scarborough, Tobago. I am Adana Kumbi, and thank you so much for joining us here on the morning show on Tobago Updates Television. It's always a pleasure coming to you, whether it's in your homes, in your cars, wherever you are on your morning routine, whether you're on your way to work or whatever you're doing this morning. It's always a privilege and a pleasure to be coming your way and to being a part of your morning. So we say thank you. We have a wonderful show for you this morning, but before we get into all of that, of course, we head on over to the news in 90 seconds.
The news is brought to you by Standards. At Standard, nobody beats us on price. Believe it.
Thank you, Adana. Here is your news in 90 seconds for Tuesday, July 9th, 2024. Jamoki Duncan of Bethel has passed away. He was the fourth individual identified in the gun-related incident that occurred in Blackrock on July 8. Duncan sustained severe injuries in the shooting and was transported to the Scarborough General Hospital for emergency treatment. Despite undergoing surgery and being listed in critical condition, Duncan succumbed to his injuries, raising the murder toll to 16. Chief Secretary Farley Augustine has been invited to a National Security Council meeting today in Tobago. The meeting, which will be held at the office of the Prime Minister in Scarborough, comes in response to a surge in gun-related crimes on the island. This violence threatens Tobago's reputation as a peaceful tourist destination. Notably, a triple murder in Blackrock increased the island's murder toll to 16, surpassing last year's total of 14. The meeting will also include Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines, and high-ranking police officials. And finally, the Tobago Festivals Commission Limited has announced the finalists for the Tobago Heritage Calypso Monarch 2024 finalists after their audition on July 6th. The finalists are Karen Eastman, Giselle Fraser, Zari Kerr, Shamika Dinoon, Leslie Ann Ellis, Caston Cupid, Wendell Frederick, and defending champion Gavi Sandy. Each finalist will perform an original song reflecting or embracing the heritage theme, We Come Back, and a vintage calypso song from 1980 to 1999. The competition will take place on July 26 at the Shaw Park Complex. And that was your news in 90 seconds.
Get your quality furniture and appliances at Standards. Frigidaire gas range $599. Serta base and mattress $1,899. RC 50-inch smart 4K TV as low as $2,599. Yes, at Standard, nobody beats us on price. Believe it.
On news there in 90 seconds, and of course, we're talking about crime and the fact that we are now at 16. The murder toll in Tobago is 16.
Yes.
As of the 9th of July.
Yes.
Only halfway through the year, and of course it is very troubling for us. And of course we do hope that the conversation surrounding, curbing crime, gun-related crimes becomes more aggressive, and that the action is also being taken. And I'm hoping that the conversation that the Prime Minister and the Chief Secretary will be having today will of course heavily focus on that, and that some strategies will come out that they can implement.
Curbing strategies, I should say.
That's right. That can be implemented almost immediately, because we're at a place now where we're in a situation. If it's an emergency, it's a serious, urgent situation.
Yes.
And
the TTPS, they are trying their best. I would say they are trying their best, because you are seeing their command presence ever so often. But in terms of the persons who are doing these crimes, I don't know if it is that they don't have a heart, or if they don't know what it is to share love, that kind of scene. So, kudos still to the TTPS. They are doing their best.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes radical action.
Yes.
To curb this kind of behavior. And as you mentioned, you spoke yesterday about our word for the week being love, and I see you bring it again in the conversation this morning. So for those of us who are on this side of the law, let us continue to embrace each other and spread that type of love that we have for each other, so that we can at least make our impact on our communities, thereby assisting to curb this measure of crime. Thank you so much, Biana. Ladies and gentlemen, we head on over to our birthday shout out. It's time to say happy birthday to those who are celebrating. And happy birthday this morning on screen is Liebert Jack. Happy birthday is going out to Liebert Jack this morning. We want to say happy birthday to you. We pray God's blessings upon your life, and we do hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Liebert. And this is Curtis Douglas. Curtis Douglas is celebrating a birthday today, a friend of Tobago Updates Television. And we want to say special happy birthday to you from all the staff at Tobago Updates Television. And happy birthday especially to you from Biana. Yes, she says happy birthday to you, Curtis. We wish you the very, very best today. Happy birthday to you. Next, it's DJ Jason G. Yes, he's celebrating also today, and we want to say happy birthday to you, Jason. We do hope that you enjoy your birthday today. We pray God's blessings upon your life, and we do hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. Happy birthday to you. Rounding up our birthday celebrations, it's Devon Edwards. It's a belated birthday, in fact, and we want to say happy birthday to you. We do hope that you enjoyed your birthday. We do hope that you continue to give God thanks for life, and that you walk in favor, and that you enjoy the love and the blessings that come with celebrating a birthday. And of course, for those of you who are celebrating, we want to say happy birthday to you as well. And always remember to put God first, to give God thanks for life, for no man can give life unto himself. Don't worry about that alarm clock. That alarm clock can ring from now till Christ comes. If God does not give you life, then you are unable to wake yourself up. And while we're celebrating, we want to celebrate an anniversary. Of course, we say happy anniversary going out to Mr. Michael Baker and his wife. They celebrated 45 years of wedded bliss yesterday. And so we want to say congratulations to you and happy anniversary. Congratulations, guys. You know, it's something to look forward to. 45 years of being in the company of the same person can be very challenging. And so we thank you so much for being an example to many who might be thinking about marriage, so happy anniversary to you guys. And also congratulations goes out to the Bishop's High School. Yes, primarily Anthurium Lewis. She is the new Junior Secretary of Tourism. Yes, last Friday, the Tourism Youth Congress was held, and she copped the top prize, making the Bishop's High School cop this prize for the very first time since the inception of the competition. So we want to say congratulations to you, Anthurium Lewis, and all the members that were there as part of your team. And this now is Delani Sandy of Mason Hall Secondary School at the very same Tourism Youth Congress. She won the Best Speaker Award and the Idea That Can Be Readily Implemented Award. And so we want to say congratulations to you as well, Delani Sandy. Job well done, well done, well done. Congratulations to both of you. And we continue to support our young people. We continue to encourage them. And, it's really wonderful to see, even if Delani did not win the overall competition, she won Best Speaker. So there are areas that we are seeing our young people are really excelling in, and we want to continue to encourage them as they strive, as they make endeavors to be the best version of themselves. So let's continue to rally around them, give them that measure of support and encouragement. So you might be wondering, who are we speaking with this morning in studio? Well, we start off conversations by speaking with Miss Anne Natasha II, the chairman of the Tobago People's Party. We're talking about TPP internal elections results and the way forward. You want to be a part of this conversation. And then we speak with Mr. Steve Peterkin, Miss Elizabeth James Hosford, and Mr. Gordon Garcia, committee member of the Open Bible Standard Church, as they celebrate 70 years. Yes, 70 years in the business of ministry. And we round the conversations up by speaking with Mr. Stephen Isaacs, executive team member of the Medical Missionary Caravan, which is upcoming. So we're going to have those conversations here in studio this morning. We do hope that you stay with us as we carry you through these conversations this morning. And of course, we're so happy that you're here. And I want to say a big shout out to all of you who are viewing us online, whether you're viewing us on our Facebook live stream, YouTube, or on Amplia 102, wherever you find yourself on this earth. Thank you for choosing us, and thank you for being here with us this morning. We do hope you stay till the very end of our program this morning. But before we start our conversations, we go for a short break. And as we go for a short break, we invite you to help us share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the morning show on Tobago Updates Television, and thank you for staying with us. We begin conversations this morning in studio. We speak with Miss Anne Natasha Second, and she is the chairman, the newly elected chairman of the Tobago People's Party. We know they had their elections there over the weekend on Sunday, and so we're going to go through the election process and everything that happened pertaining to the elections, and of course, we're going to speak about where do we go from here. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, my dear. Good morning, all of Tobago and all of the viewers.
Right. So you are the chairman of the Tobago People's Party. You had your elections on the weekend and you were elected as the chairman. Congratulations to you. We must start there. Many congrats to you. And how do you feel now in this position? I know obviously you'd have had to prepare. You know what it takes to be there. And how confident are you that you can carry this mantle and represent the organization, carrying out the objectives and the aims, as it were?
Thank you for the question. I am very happy to have competed in this internal election. I'm happy for the stage that we have arrived at. The process was exciting, and I am confident based on the support that I would have been given all along, the number of prayers, the calls, the different alliances that were formed, etc., that we together are going to go forward and build this party, this very Tobago-centric indigenous party, and we'll be able to accomplish everything that Tobagonians want as we prosecute autonomy. I'm very confident.
Right, that's right. That's good, and we look forward, of course, to the execution of same. And when there's elections, it's equal to competition.
Yes.
It's literally that's what it is, and may the best man win. Mm-hmm. And in this case, depending on votes, what was it turn out like in terms of the membership of the party? Was it 100% voter turnout? What was the percentage like in your view, or do you have an official report in terms of what the turnout was like for the voting?
Right, so the people came out in their numbers, but we would not release the actual numbers, because we are a political organization. And now we have a bigger person to compete against, a bigger organization. So the numbers were very encouraging. persons came from the east to west. They came in maxi taxi loads and cars and so on. There was constant movement of persons at every poll station. So I want to just say congratulations to Tobago, to the membership, for understanding the importance of participating in the process and for coming out in their numbers. I thank you for my overwhelming victory, the confidence that you've placed in me so that I can continue building the party with you.
That's right. And you know, there are members, of course, who did not win in the positions, and sometimes they can feel defeated. What is the energy like now in the party for those who participated who presented themselves as nominees, candidates rather, to be elected and were not elected? What is the energy like? How do they feel? And is the support the same as it was before we went into the election period?
Again, a very good question. On the night of the elections itself, I would have received congratulations from Ms. Chrislyn Moore, and when the final results were received, I received the commendations from Mr. Trevor James. Everyone before we entered into this battle was briefed by both the Internal Elections Committee, which at the time was heading the overall process. The team lead was Mrs. Natisha Charles Panting, Assemblyman Charles Panting, and our political leader, at that time interim political leader, would have briefed us on the fact that every candidate, all of us, would have the opportunity to contribute and to participate afterwards. So it was understanding that this is not a situation where if you lose the actual event, the actual competition, that your voice is not going to be part of the process. Everybody is welcome to participate. Everybody has demonstrated that they are willing to serve, and we look forward to continuing to build our party together and to taking the message out to Tobago in terms of how we can be less divided as a people and how we can move our island forward so that we can really work together to win the next 2 elections.
Right, and talking about working together and moving forward, we're thinking now, where is the TPP going from here? What is next? As you said, you're preparing for the bigger one. You're competing with a bigger party, a bigger organization. What are your next steps? What do you do next?
Right, we have to get our people ready. So all of the arms of our party have to be properly structured, and our strategic planning process would have to be rolled out. We already established all of our action groups in all of the 15 districts in Tobago prior to the internal election. Now we're going to look at building that energy of our young people. So we're going to bring out our youth council, or women's council, or men's council. We're going to establish certain positions such as the legal officer. And then we want to look at special committees, because we come from many different political organizations and many different backgrounds. We have to gel as one army. So we are going to look at committees like a welfare committee to ensure that we can get together and start moving together, understanding where we want to go, where we want to take Tobago. What is the vision of the party? What is the vision for Tobago? And we want to marry that with the THA's strategic development plan, because the party will reflect to Tobago how good governance is supposed to be translated to everyone. Training. We're going to be training at every level. So the same organizations, the same arms that I just described, women's arm, youth arm, etc., intense training will take place. We have learned a lot coming out of the internal elections process. We're building our election day machinery, and we're working together with building our communication, and all of us having the same goal and the same dream so that we can inspire all of Tobago to be part of this process. Recruitment is high on the agenda. We're coming out in every district. We want every family in Tobago to participate in this Tobago People's Party. Every family. I was very encouraged to see people moving in blocks of families and friends to come out to vote, because that's how Tobagonians vote. And once we can move a thrust, once we can understand that we are all moving towards autonomy together, the divisions are going to be broken down, and as a family, Tobago is going to take the Tobago East and the Tobago West seat in the next election.
Right, so heavy planning and preparation for the next upcoming election, and of course, you seem quite confident that you're in a good place. In terms of, you mentioned earlier that you're competing against a bigger organization. In terms of going up against this bigger organization with all your plans that you have now, and of course, you have to do some measure of comparison. You have to look at the party to see where they are, and also to bring yourself to a place where you feel like really confident to overtake them. Where do you stand now in that position? I know you spoke about your strategic plans, what you're implementing, your training and recruitment and all of that. Where are you now? If you were to measure a percentage as to how far you are, without, of course, giving away too much of your internal secrets, where do you position yourself? Are you at a place where you are highly confident? Are you seeing that there is work to be done, but we can do it? Where do you see yourself in terms of being ready for that type of election?
Again, I wouldn't give away my hand to my enemy to say exactly where we are in terms of readiness, but we are ready for any eventuality. We did a mini election machinery process for our internal election. We touched base with our ground troops. We reconnected, and the number of talented persons that we have been able to inspire to join our party, they are now going to take the message out to the rest of Tobago. Education is going to be critical for us. We believe that to become a truly autonomous people, the people have to really understand their power. They demonstrated that for the election by coming out and voting for the message that was sent. And we have to understand what it means to be autonomous. From the fisherman, the agricultural professional, the teacher, the doctor, the nurse, the lawyer, everybody has to understand what it means for us, how we would benefit from greater autonomy, and what we have been starved of for the past however many years, and however many decades. We have to understand that power lies, just as Dr. Rowley said, in the size of what he described as the kennel. And we have to understand that to attain the things that we need, we have to shrink that kennel in favor of Tobago. So we need more power in the parliament. We need more power in the Tobago House of Assembly. We need power in the minds of the people. People have to understand how to the things that they need in a professional manner that is effective. You have to be able to control your emotions and to strategically organize yourselves so that we can be successful as a people.
That's right. And this sounds like a lot of public education, because you're talking about people must know what they are fighting for. They must know. So I'm thinking about your public education role out in terms of ensuring that the people, not just of your party, but the people of Tobago, understand the importance of the autonomy that we are seeking for, and also in terms of consultations. Do you have any plans to involve the public in the discussion, in the discourse, taking the strong points? What are the things that we really desperately need? Because as an organization, you have your objectives. You know what you want. You know where Tobago is positioned, and you know where you want to take Tobago. But there are smaller voices. Is there going to be an opportunity for the smaller voices to be heard as well, so that you can put that on your agenda as well as you prepare to approach the conversation of autonomy?
Definitely. My entire marketing campaign was built on persons understanding that someone like me would represent the grassroots and the voiceless. So the voiceless, the grassroots, we want to hear from them. When we go to say thank you to our communities over the course of the next few days, we are going to begin that conversation. So we're reaching out to them, saying thank you, recruiting, building new membership, but we're beginning the teaching process one time. It's a two-way conversation. We have to understand what they are feeling, what they're experiencing, how distant it is for them for access from power. And we have to understand, we have to help them to understand the actual systems and how the systems work, so that together we will all be uplifted and we want to grow. The East, I want to talk a little bit about the East and the North in terms of our socio-economic underdevelopment. When we compare it to the West, the people there are yearning for all levels of development, and they're longing for every form of education. They have their experiences and their education to share. They know what they want. We understand the expertise that is required to improve the conditions in the East. We're coming in our caravan to say thank you and to receive from you, from the ground up, what you want to see for your party and for your island.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're speaking with Anne Natasha II, newly elected chairman of the Tobago People's Party. And of course, we must say congratulations to you. Thank you so much for gracing our studios. Thank you so much for bringing the information to us. And we wish you the very best as you move forward and prepare for bigger things to come. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us, for staying with us even up until now. We have to go for a short break before we continue conversations in studio. And as we go for that break, we invite you to help us. Share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
I can't live without you, I can't be without you for too long. Cause when I'm around you, I feel like the heavens is coming down. I feel it in my soul every time we on the road is a miracle.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Deltec Distributors Weekend Special Wings Friday. 3 pounds wings, 2.5 kilogram fries. Special 100 TT. Soup Saturday. 2 pounds cube beef, 2 pounds cow heel, 2 pounds chicken foot, 2 pounds pigtail, or smoked bone. Special $150. Super Sunday. 3 pounds leg and thigh chicken, 3 pounds sliced pork, 3 pounds lamb slice, 3 pounds cheese, 2 pack of pasta. Special $250. Located Main Road, Argyle, Tobago. We deliver 20 TT. Contact us on deltecdistributors.com 395-5040 or 237-0102. Deltec Distributors Weekend Special. Get your quality furniture and appliances at Standards. Frigidaire gas range $599. Serta base and mattress $1,899. RC 50-inch smart 4K TV as low as $2,599. Yes, at Standard. Nobody beats us on price. Believe it.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday Tuesday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
No place like home, home, home.
Oh, I love Tobago, baby.
When we outside, it's an ocean of love. All that we align to the stars up above. Let we dance now, take a chance now with me. And we go jump till morning. Look, the moon don't sleeping. Tell them we not leaving. Till the last drop of bacchanal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I'm running tongue again. Jump and shake the ground again. Wave with all my friends and them. No place like home. 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 We go jump till the moon come down. It's we who the stars shine on. Play a mass and break away. Freedom in with DNA.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the morning show on Tobago Updates Television, and we continue conversations this morning. In studio, we speak with Mr. Steve Peterkin, Miss Elizabeth James Hosford, and Gordon Garcia. They are all members of the Open Bible Standard Church committee as they prepare to celebrate 70 years in ministry. Good morning, and first of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Right, we're so happy that you're here this morning, and of course, hearing about 70 years, celebrating anything is a milestone, because sometimes it's really difficult to sustain anything. Just this morning, we celebrated a couple who are celebrating 45 years of wedded bliss, and so of course, we know the challenges would come. nothing could last that long without any type of challenge. So we say congratulations to the Open Bible Churches, of course, for celebrating 70 years. And now we're talking about a week of activities taking place, or multiple activities rather, to mark this stellar and sterling celebration at this time. And so we want to get into it. What is this celebration going to be looking like? I know reading the information that is the second time we're hosting it in Tobago, right? So of course, again, congratulations to the Tobago Space and the Open Bible Churches in Tobago for hosting this event. So tell us what we can expect. What has it been like over the past 70 years and what we can look forward to as well?
Well, coming on Saturday, we have in Tobago for the second time ever the concert of choirs. Now, this is an event where choirs all over the country, Trinidad and Tobago, we gather and we sing praises to God. We worship in such an awesome way. I mean, an individual singing a song is amazing. But when you get 20 persons singing together in harmony, it is a different experience totally. And what we do, we gather every year. Every year this is an event, concert of choirs. People plan their vacation around concert of choirs. That's how big it is in the Open Bible family. And every year we gather and it's a great event. We pack out any venue that we go to in Trinidad. We've had it at the San Fernando Open Bible. We've had it on Church on the Rock. And every venue that we go to is packed out because people look forward to the presence of God being there. When the choirs start to minister, the music comes in. It's an awesome presence. And as a matter of fact, I think in 2017, it was the only time, according to the facility manager, it was the only time that Shaw Park was totally packed. Wow. That was unexpected, but people came out because they know of what Concert of Choirs is and what Concert of Choirs does for them.
That's right. And as you were talking there about the presence of God being in the space, and no better time than now, especially if we look at what our society looks like and what is happening around us. Now is the best time. Every time is the best time. But, this particular event is a good opportunity for people to reconnect and to understand what the presence of God does in any space. So again, it's something to look forward to and to bring some measure of hope, if not just for the celebration, but also to bring a measure of hope in the space that we occupy now because of what is happening in our society. So I want to say congratulations again. Are you talking about all these choirs coming together and all these voices singing in harmony, giving praises to God? Yeah. Who are some of the participants taking part in this event? The voices, who is coming from Tobago, who is coming from Trinidad, where are they coming from? And, what can we expect coming out of these beautiful, illustrious voices?
Yeah. All right. Well, we have 6 choirs from Trinidad, and they are combined choirs because coming together in terms of coming to Tobago. So we have Indian Walk and Kokie, which is Open Bible Churches. We have Region 1, which compiles of that entire region, plus Siparia. We have Region 3, that it also includes Marabella. We have Region 4, and that includes Laventille Open Bible. So that's from the Trinidad. We have those 4 choirs. We have 2 individual choirs. We have a dynamic Disciples Open Bible from Mathura. And that is a group of young, from ages around 7 to 16,
8, yeah.
Very young children. So that's a part of it. And the largest choir is coming from San Fernando Open Bible. They're about 50 strong. So as Steve was saying a while ago, could you imagine those voices coming together? And of course, we saved the best for last. Tobago, the choirs from Tobago. We have 3 choirs from Tobago. We have the Brown family.
Wait. You can't just say the Brown family.
That's right.
You can't just say the Brown family like that.
I know, right?
When you hear the Brown family come together, I don't know if it's because they grew together or what.
Those voices, I know, I've heard them.
So you know what we're talking about.
Pour in.
Exactly. And sometimes we only get to hear them in really, really high-level events that you have to pay a lot of money for. right? You have to pay a lot of money when you go to a big event to hear the Brown family. Listen, they're going to be in concert of choirs, and the cost is only $0.
That's right.
It's
Wow.
absolutely
free. As my father used to say, F2RE.
Right? And then we save the best for last. Tell them the best one. Tell them the best one.
In between the Brown family, we have the Golden Lane Men's Chorale.
Wow.
A group of men.
And how
all
often
men.
do you see, men being so involved in these types of events, an all-men group? It's
They
very
are
rare.
also
And everybody who's heard them know the kind of quality. By the time they start their first note, the entire audience is just in awe.
Wow.
As we say, they go crazy,
Yeah.
right? Because it's a group of men, strong voices, just putting out. Tell them the other one. Tell them the other one.
You think we should?
Tell them the other
Yes. And last but not least, we have the Tobago Mass Choir.
Tobago Mass
Choir.
Open Bible Choir.
Which makes up of the 4 churches in Tobago, Roxborough, Mount Grace, Castara, and Patience Hill. So has come together to create the Mass Choir.
I can only imagine, because when you have one choir in one church, the voices are already beautiful.
Yes.
So can you imagine the 4 of them coming together to blend together? I really is something that I'm sitting here and I'm getting excited by it, because of course our viewers know that I am a believer and I don't hide it anyway. And so of course I'm really, really encouraged by this. Sometimes we even look for an avenue just to let your hair down sometimes, to relax, to refocus, to recenter. And this is one of those opportunities. And as you mentioned, it's free of charge. All you have to do, get dressed and show up, right?
3 o'clock.
Right. So give us some more details about the actual event itself.
Okay. So we seem to focusing on the Tobago choirs, but needless to say, the Trinidad choirs are also par excellence as well. All right. So it's at the Showback Complex, and it's 3 p.m. on Saturday. This coming Saturday. What Saturday is that?
Saturday is the 13th.
Okay.
Saturday the 13th of July. Yeah.
So it's at 3 p.m. So come on down. As we said, it's free, and we're expecting to see you all there.
And now in terms of preparation, like organizing and ensuring the logistics and everything is in place, what has it been like for the organizing committee to get everything, because we're talking about numbers of people to coordinate to get them ready for this this production, I would call it. What has it been like in terms of getting things together?
Well, remember, this is the second time that we're doing this in Tobago. The first time it was
2017,
but it was a nightmare, but for God.
Right.
So many things worked out by, you could see the hand of God moving. This year we were a lot more prepared, and we were able to have things organized from every individual point. So persons that were in Trinidad, they were able to have their stuff organized in terms of transport, where they're staying, travel arrangements. They were able to combine, as Liz was saying, so that the logistics of it can be shared a bit. So this year it was a little bit easier. And a little bit easier means still hard.
But not without challenges, that's right.
Right? But we saw everything working out. And we thank God for our partners that work with us, even from THA, even from other churches. We thank God for transportation people that work with us. We have so many persons that chip in to make this event what it is every year in Trinidad and Tobago, and especially when we have it in Tobago. So even last night, I was at the venue and talking to the sound system, and he's like, "What you doing here already? We're not ready. We're not ready." But it is a joy to put out of your best and try to get these things organized, knowing what it can do for people, knowing the testimonies that come out of it, knowing what a breath of fresh air that Concert of Choirs is for persons who attend. There are people who are friends that meet annually at Concert of Choirs, right? There are musicians that know each other. I'm a musician. I have a good friend, Ansel. I met him in Concert of Choirs. We talk all the time, but through Concert of Choirs. And that is what it builds. It builds not only your relationship with God, Because I'm telling you, the presence of God is there and the worship is there. But it also brings the family together. It brings the open Bible family together, and we invite people to join that family, to be a part of open Bible and to be a part of the body of Christ. Yeah? So it's a joy working, knowing what it does for people.
And you kind of preempted my next question. I was going to talk about what are your objectives? What are you hoping to achieve by hosting this event? What are your outcomes, your expected outcomes from hosting this event annually, as it were?
Well, we have two messages the vision, the passion that comes from that, and that's the start of it, the end of it, and that's where we are. It's to create an environment for the body of Christ to come together in harmony and fellowship with praise and worship. So the praise and worship just happens, as we were saying before. It's just the atmosphere that's created, and that's exactly what we are hoping to achieve. And the second and most important thing, which is the start of it and the end of it, is always about winning souls for the kingdom of God. So regardless of what we are doing as believers, as you said, the thing about it is to bring people to Christ, bring people in that atmosphere so that they can understand that there's peace by serving the Lord. They would understand that there's so much to give thanks for. And that's a whole other conversation in terms of being able to thank the Lord with praise and worship.
And, I was going to ask again, who are your target audiences? And you said it basically, it really is for anybody. While it presents an opportunity for believers to reconnect, as you mentioned, Steve, in terms of forming friendships and reconnecting bonds, it also presents an opportunity for anybody. You're not a believer. You probably might have heard of Jesus. You're not too sure. You're inside, you're outside, you're not certain. So it presents an opportunity. So who are you saying that this exactly is for? I want you to tell our viewing audience this morning, who are the persons that are invited? Just choose anyone. That's right. That's the one.
Listen to me. Concert of Choirs is for you. Every one of you. You come and you are grafted into the presence of God. And at this time, Tobago needs that real fresh breath. Because I know a lot of people are tired of the crime. They're tired of all the different issues that go around. You can come to Concert of Choirs. You can sit for a few hours and listen to the word of God in song. These choirs are putting out their best effort and bringing to you music that uplifts your spirit, music that brings a peace to your heart, music that allows you to understand that God loves you and He's able to take care of you. Come and experience Concert of Choirs on Saturday, 13th of July, 3 p.m. And you can stay for as long as you want, because I'm telling you, with these choirs, sometimes we go and we go and we go. So sometimes people come. That happened last year. People came, stayed for 2 hours, left. And people came 2 hours late and stayed for the other 2 hours. And everyone just enjoyed the presence of God. It's really awesome.
And if you're not convinced, there's another opportunity for you to be convinced. We have Mr. Gordon Garcia on the line, a committee member, of course, as they plan and prepare for the 70-year celebration. Mr. Garcia, good morning and welcome to our program. We're talking about your celebration. So, of course, we want you to tell us why it is important for all of us to come out there on Saturday to celebrate with you guys.
Hi, thank you very much for having us on this morning. It's a privilege to be part of the audience in Tobago at this time. Open Bible, as my two colleagues would have said, that it's our 70th year anniversary celebration. And we are inviting the people of Tobago to join with us in the celebration. It's a celebration that is going to be one of excellence. It is not just, something that we do and nothing, without any sort of standards. So it's a show with a high standard. It's going to be a show of great excellence. The choirs that are coming, they are very professional in their own space and by their own rights. So you are not getting I don't want to say a show, but you're going to be getting ministry that is full of the anointing and of the presence of God. And we see a number of lives that have been changed over the years through this event. People have gotten saved through this event. And so we look forward and we say, come out and be a part of the celebration, and you would not regret it.
Absolutely awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, we're speaking to committee members of the Open Bible Standard churches across Trinidad and Tobago as they prepare to celebrate 70 years of existence in ministry, of course. And the call is for all to come out and celebrate with them. Whether you're a believer or not, the opportunity is there. One, for friendship, and two, just for a space that is positive, encouraging, and uplifting. And an opportunity to know the greatest man who ever walked this earth, Christ Jesus. So this opportunity is for all to come out and celebrate with them. Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning and for being a part of this program, and of course for bringing that ray of sunshine this morning in the place that is kind of so dark these days. So we thank God for this opportunity, of course, where we can have these conversations and host events like this. And you know, Mr. Garcia was saying it's an event of high standard, and so we look forward, of course, to the high standard that is coming from it. And I just want to give you a few messages from our viewers online. Myrtle McKnight saying that she's so happy to know that Concerts of Choirs is still alive, and she said it's so nice. Yeah. Rhea Richardson, George, you might know that person. Yes, she's looking forward to this event, and she says good morning to you guys. All the best.
She's looking forward.
That's right. She's looking forward to the event.
Tell her.
We have a little. We're not too sure who the host will be for that evening. You know who the host will be?
I'm not sure. I think it's a husband and wife
it's
team.
A husband and wife team.
Wow.
From the east.
From here.
From the east. Is it George?
I think it's George. Yes.
One
is Rhea.
She may be acquainted with them.
To look forward to myself, of
our
course.
own, Tobago would be host.
That's
host
right. Absolutely awesome. And I'm telling you, you couldn't choose a better host for the event. So, congratulations again as we celebrate 70 years in ministry. Tobago, you heard it. It's happening this Saturday, 13th July, 3 p.m. at the Shaw Park Complex. Absolutely free. So come on down and celebrate with the Open Bible Standard churches. Thank you guys so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go for a short break before we continue conversations in studio with our guests. And as we go for a break, we invite you to help us. Share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
Get your quality furniture and appliances at Standards. Frigidaire gas range $599. Serta base and mattress $1,899. RC 50-inch smart 4K TV as low as $2,599. Yes, at Standard. Nobody beats us on price. Believe it.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the morning show. We're now at 7:53 a.m. So if you're getting to work for 8 a.m., you should already be there. If you're not and you're still making your way, remember to drive safely on our nation's roads. All right, we continue conversations this morning in studio. This morning we speak with Mr. Stephen Isaac, executive member and president of the Trinidad Progressive Association of the U.S. Incorporated. And we're speaking about the Medical Missionary Caravan 2024. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, and it's nice being here.
It's nice having you again. I know we had conversations before as you spoke about the rollout of the caravan, and now we're talking about it again. What has happened since then, and what can we look forward to next?
Okay, well, let me just state first of all, it's actually the Tobago Progressive Association out of New York. The actual name is Tobago Progressive Association of the USA Incorporated. And this organization, just to recap, was founded by Dr. George Oliver Phillips, an educator out of Moria, Tobago, who was living in the United States. It was founded in 1989, got not-for-profit status in 1990, which means that in December of this year, we should be celebrating 35 years as an organization.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes.
Right, so what can we look forward to, or what is the medical missionary caravan about? What type of services do you provide, and what can we look forward to as you roll out the caravan?
Well, I would say we provide medical services as well as services in the area of equipment and medical supplies generally. So this was actually our 11th medical mission trip, and for the first time, we invited another organization to partner with us. So it's the first time we're having like two organizations together. And from Tobago, my Tobago organization, which is Tobago Diaspora Outreach Network, Dr. Andre Phillips, is basically our baby on the ground in Tobago. So they were pretty much a part of the whole operations. Tobago Diaspora Outreach, I'm actually the vice president of that organization, the medical director, and the New York director. So we would provide these services over the year, would have been providing these services. We had 10 medical missions before. And basically what we would do, we'd collect items out there, hospital beds, wheelchairs, adult diapers, the whole works, whatever is available, foodstuff, clothing, and just anything you could basically think about that is needed. We would bring them into Tobago, or ship them into Tobago and Trinidad, and provide them to the people at the various health fairs that we would have as we present on the ground.
Okay, and what is your current health fair or caravan that you have rolling out now, or how soon is the next one going to be?
It's not possible for me to state exactly because we just completed this one. We started on the 13th of May in Tobago, and then we moved to Trinidad on the 20th. So in Tobago, we basically started on the 13th. We had a welcome reception at the Comfort Inn on the evening of the 13th at 7 p.m. On the 14th, we were at Banaccord at the community center. On the 15th, we were at the Fairfield complex. On the 16th and 17th, we were at the Roxborough center. That would be the health center, the old health center. And we had a big symposium on the following day, which was that would be the 18th actually. We had a big symposium And that big symposium was really, really, I mean, that was at the Goodwood Secondary School.
And what has the response been like in terms of when you go to the health centers providing these services? Have the members of the community been coming out and engaging with and benefiting from the services that you have been providing?
Oh, yes. And with respect to the services, we had like dentists, we had eye doctors, we had podiatrists, we had podiatry shoes, and that we could have fitted individuals who needed those shoes. We had those available, and we had cardiovascular, just pretty much all services across the board we were able to have. And at the end, I will give a listing of basically what we would have done in Tobago and Trinidad combined in terms of people actually attending and the services, full services that were provided. But go ahead.
Go ahead.
We did actually have on the 19th, we had a tour of Tobago courtesy the tourism department. And then we traveled on the morning of the 20th to the community hospital, Dr. Stephen Carroll, CEO, where we continued our services down there. So we did both community hospital and the University of the Southern Caribbean simultaneously. So there was one team at the community hospital while there was another team functioning, or teams actually, because we're talking here about dentists who are doing free extractions, cleaning, fillings. And then we had the eye doctors. I mean, everything was being done because we had the facilities at the hospital to be able to do like surgeries and this type of thing. So all of those things were actually facilitated.
Absolutely awesome. And, I say congratulations to you and thank you, of course, for being, that arm to provide that measure of service here on the island of Tobago. Thank you for including Tobago in your mission. And we do look forward to hearing more from you. We do look forward to your next caravan here on the island of Tobago, if at all possible. And we wish you the very best. And we do hope that your partners continue to partner with you as you carry out the good works that you are doing. In closing, is there anything that you want to share with our viewers?
Okay, well, there are so many people to thank, and I just mentioned just a few. I hope I don't get in trouble. But the Tobago Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, I partnered with. They had invited me here back in November. I want to mention a couple names, and the names I would want to mention would be Collis Hazel, Dr. Duke, Avian, Claire, and a host of other individuals, all the individuals, Sir Devines, representing the Tobago Conference, and all the other individuals who would have in some way play a part in us being here when it seemed as if it wasn't going to happen. So I want to just close off by just mentioning what we would have done. That's very, very important. So we had dental serve. These would be people who were served by the dental team, 539, extractions, 256, cleaning at 188, medical, 2,210, blood pressure, 1,326, blood sugar 1,038, lung capacity 839, health counseling 707, BMI step test 699, mental health 174, a total of 3,299 people served, with the last day showing at San Fernando, at Skinner Park, where over 1,000 people showed up on that Friday morning, the morning of the 24th, to receive services.
Wow, absolutely amazing. And again, I want to say thank you, of course, for bringing that measure of service here in Trinidad and Tobago. And we do look forward to continued services that you will provide in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, we're speaking with Stephen Isaac, and as he talks about the medical mission caravan that took place here in Trinidad and Tobago from May. And of course, we look forward to things that are to come in the future where this organization is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to the close of the morning show on Tobago Updates Television. But before we go, I must again say congratulations to the members of the Tobago People's Party and their elections that took place over the weekend. And for your benefit, of course, we are going to congratulate each person who capped the position for which they were nominated for. And again, congratulations to the new chairman, which is Miss Ann Natasha Second, Deputy Political Leader Dr. Faith B. Israel, Party Treasurer Orlando Kerr, Elections Officer Otis Noel, Assistant General Secretary Jacqueline Vanessa Adams, Assistant Party Treasurer Marlon Rajman, Education, Research and Training Officer Sean McCoon, Membership and Mobilization Officer Akel Franklin, and positions that were unopposed, of course, Political Leader Fali Chavez Augustine, Deputy Chairman Joel Sampson, General Secretary Pearl Almond George, and Public Relations and Communications Officer Tinil Jack. Congratulations to all of you, and we look forward to see the rollout of your operations as the executive arm of the Tobago People's Party, And this is where we end the morning show on Tobago Updates Television, but it's not where we end our programming. We head on over to GMT, so stay with us. And as you stay with us, we invite you to help us share the live, share the live, share the live.
Last year, October 2023, the island tilted. The peaceful bliss of sea, sun, and sand was transcended as we took to the streets to revel in paradise.
Carnival right here, we're not leave it and we go right down.
It's the greatest, it's the best, it's safe and it's beautiful.
I love Tobago, baby. Coming back next year. Hey!
Playing pan on the streets is a magical experience. When the band strike up, is rhythm, steel and powder. This is Tobago Carnival. Pan in paradise.
Tobago is the best.
Tobago Carnival is the new home for the legend of Calypso. Where else can you get sweet Calypso music that gives you that nostalgic feeling?
Soca Titans is we title, is we monarch. We build artists from scratch who can perform with the best. Real Titans of Soca.
When last you've been to a party, plenty women looking so nice. We must be in paradise.
This year, ritual takes on new space and dimension. Traditions will be reimagined, breaking free and taking on new meaning on the road.
I love the energy!
This year, the revelry is bigger and better. More colors, more meaning, great packages for the masqueraders. Tobago Carnival is freedom.
This year promoting safety in all events for Tobago Carnival. This year promoting whining, not minding people business. This year promoting clean fun, security and freedom.
Freedom to be any version of yourself that you choose to be with love and safety. Here, you have permission to be you, uninhibited and free.
So what you waiting on? This year, this October 2024, experience the ritual, revel in paradise, release yourself. From the greatest little island on the planet, this is the Tobago Carnival 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed partners and sponsors, and most importantly, our beloved communities, welcome to the Tobago Heritage Festival 2024. As we embark on the 37th year of this festival, our theme is We Come Back. Back to our communities, back to our villages, back to our true indigenous heritage presentations and productions. We are bringing back iconic events such as Yesterday's Children, Bellmanor Riots, and the Courtship Codes. We want to highlight the importance of coming back to our roots, celebrating the people and the communities that make Tobago so special. Get ready for an unforgettable experience as we say, we come back to our true essence. We want to encourage each and every one of you to continue to support our cultural development and preservation in any way that you can. Your support is truly invaluable. Together, we can continue to make a positive impact that will be felt for generations to come. Thank you, and see you in July.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense pride and excitement that I address you to officially launch the 2024 Tobago Heritage Festival. The Tobago Heritage Festival is not just an event, it is a journey back to our roots. This year's theme, We Come Back. Back to our communities, back to our villages, back to our true indigenous heritage presentations and productions. It captures the true essence of revitalizing the culture and traditions that have shaped our identity for generations. This year marks the 37th successful hosting of the festival, and we are proud to officially dub the month of July as Tobago Heritage Month, a time when our island comes alive with rhythms, flavors, and stories of our ancestors. The festival continues to offer an unparalleled opportunity for economic growth on the island. Every stakeholder, from local artisan and vendor to hospitality businesses and transportation services, stand to benefit. Our vibrant cultural displays will attract visitors, boost tourism, and provide a significant economic uplift to the island. The heart of this festival beats in our communities. We are empowering each village to manage its own productions to ensure authenticity and sustainability. The Tobago Festival Commissions Limited and the Tobago House of Assembly are here to support you, fostering an environment where our heritage can flourish sustainably. As we embark on this journey, let us celebrate the essence of Tobago. Let us honor our heritage and support our communities as we showcase the vibrant culture that makes our
because we're about to have those conversations that you want to have while I ask those questions that you want asked. But before we get into this morning's conversations, guys, let's have our news in 90 seconds.
The news is brought to you by Standards. At Standards, nobody beats us on price. Believe it.
Jamoke Duncan of Bethel has passed away. He was the fourth individual identified in the gun-related incident that occurred in Blackrock on July 8th.
Duncan sustained severe injuries in the shooting and was transported to the Scarborough General Hospital for emergency treatment. Despite ongoing surgeries and being listed in critical condition, Duncan succumbed to his injuries, raising the murder toll to 16. Additionally, Chief Secretary Farley Augustine has been invited to a National Security Council meeting today in Tobago. The meeting, which will be held at the office of the Prime Minister in Scarborough, comes in response to a surge in gun-related crimes on the island. The violence threatens Tobago's reputation as a peaceful tourist destination. Notably, a triple murder in Blackrock increased the island's murder toll to 15, surpassing last year's total of 14. The meeting will also include Dr. Keith Rowley and the Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines and high-ranking police officials. And finally, the Tobago Festivals Commission Limited has announced the finalists for the Tobago Heritage Calypso Monarch 2024. And after the auditions had taken place on July 6th. The finalists are Karen Eastman, Giselle Fraser, Zari Kerr, Shamika Denoon, Leslie Ann Ellis, Caston Cupid, Weldon Frederick, and defending champion Gavi Sandy. Each finalist will perform an original song reflecting and embracing the heritage theme, We Come Back, and a vintage calypso song from 1980 to 1999. The competition will take place on July the 26th at the Show Park Cultural Complex. And that was our news in 90 seconds.
Get your quality furniture and appliances at Standards. Frigidaire gas range $599. Serta base and mattress $1,899. RC 50-inch smart 4K TV as low as $2,599. Yes, at Standard. Nobody beats us on price. Believe it.
Good morning and welcome back on this beautiful Tuesday morning on the island of Tobago. I hope you guys are having a great morning. Hope you have had your coffee and enjoyed the morning show with Adana Kumbi. This morning, as we get into our conversations, I have the privilege about chatting with what has been developing on the island of Tobago in regards to infrastructure and all those projects that you have been seeing, or maybe you have not yet seen, that is on the way. This morning, I have the pleasure of chatting with Terence Baines, who is the Assistant Secretary at the Division of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development. Good morning, Mr. Baines, and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you? And good morning.
I am great. I am great. Now, it's always good to chat with you. Now, this morning I see you have your boots on. Right? So it's indicative of the fact that now that you are down at the Division of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development, you out there in the field, what they call that, the Gideon boots? Good morning, good morning. How are you doing?
I am well. We give thanks. And thank you for the opportunity to be here to discuss, talk about what's happening, those things that are under my purview anyway at the Division of Infrastructure and so on. And of course, good morning to all our viewers. And yes, you know, it's a dynamic season, and we are trying our best to use what I bring to the table to enhance what is happening and so on. I have been given the mandate by Secretary James to oversee building and maintenance, and also to be the face of the division, so the communications department as well. So what we are attempting to do is to bring the public up to date and to give them an appreciation for all the things that the division has been doing. I mean, you see stuff, but we get the sense that the population at large does not have an appreciation for the expanse of the work and all that goes into the products that we see around the island and so on. And so my responsibility is to try and highlight some of those things and kind of bring those realities closer to the population.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is your first official interview in your capacity as Assistant Secretary. Has this new portfolio opened up some space for you to have some more time with members of your district and to be able to adequately integrate those two in a better way?
Well, certainly. I mean, because of course I am overseeing projects that are happening in the various districts, which of course will include mine, and I really want to say at this juncture, as you mentioned, that I am very privileged to represent the district that we call Bethel New Grange. It is because of them that I am in this position, or any of the positions for that matter. And so all the districts have infrastructure related needs, you know, and so I have perhaps a more acute response to those needs, because they will represent part of the responsibility at this point and on a day-to-day basis. And just with the passing of Hurricane Beryl in my district, there are some areas we had attempted to put in some temporary solutions to bring some relief in the face of all the resource challenges that we're facing. We've tried to be innovative and try to bring some kind of relief, but the rains and the water has not helped us, so we have to go back to some of those things and so on. And I know some of my constituents have been calling, and I've gone and visited the place, and because I expected that there would be some kind of effect from the water and so on. But just to say that the relief is going to come, we are committed in trying to bring a permanent solution to some of those areas that have been like a bugbear over the years and so on. So the work is dynamic.
Right. Is there a deadline attached to individuals making complaints regarding damage that was done to their property from Hurricane Beryl? Because I believe that I saw a notice that went out from TIBA that indicated that Tuesday the 9th, which is today, is the final day for you to report instances that were incidences that were a result of the hurricane. So in your division, is there a deadline?
Not as far as I'm aware, to say that we have a formal response time window and that kind of thing, and I mean reasonably, because we are trying to take care of an entire island, and we'll have to do the assessments and so on and ascertain how we prioritize the response, and we certainly can't get to everybody at the same time. But I am satisfied with what I have seen and so on, that we have been reaching out to the best way that we can with the resources that we have and so on, and we are eternally grateful. And we walk lightly, in my view, in the mercies of God, that we have not really been affected as some of our neighbors have been, you understand? And it does not mean at all, and it bothers me so much when people say that God is a Trinity and all this foolishness that they talk about, you understand? Not understanding that it is a sovereign being that we deal with, and we don't understand everything, but we ought to be sensitive and think about others as we think about ourselves and so on. But albeit we have been doing work, and we have not really recovered totally from the rains in October 2022, I believe. Is it 2022 or 2021? That has really impacted our infrastructure, so we were still dealing with some of those things, you understand? And so but I am satisfied that the division under the leadership of Secretary James have been doing exceptional work, and so we want that to be the brand, we want that to be the talking point of the work. Certainly there are some imperfections, certainly there are some things that we can do better, and more that we can do, as long as we are afforded the resources so to do, you understand?
Right. Okay, and you said that you are now in charge of the maintenance.
Building and maintenance.
Buildings and maintenance, so you're not in charge of think URP?
No,
down
I'm
there?
not. No, I'm not. No,
No.
no, no, I'm not.
So building and maintenance as well as
communications.
enhancing the communication. How has your communication been with that team down there, seeing that you're a bit new, your
Yeah.
integration,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
how have you been embraced by the division?
Yeah,
so to
I
speak?
think I have to say that I have been very fortunate. You know, I've been very fortunate. The officers at the division have been very kind, and I have been received, you know, with the warmth and everything. I have no problems with the people that I work with. And I suspect that has to do with the leadership that has been given there and the understanding of the officers of what their role is and that kind of thing. And so there has been no problems at all. It has really been a fascinating transition for me. So it's just a matter of me understanding the task and executing.
Right. And what has been one of the greatest challenges for you as you traverse this new area? Not necessarily the post, but just moving into a new field. You now have to interact with a lot of engineers. And you are more, I guess, engaged with the technical part of stuff as you work with maintenance. What has been the most difficult part of that transition for you? And what is your vision to enhance the building and maintenance unit, specifically that workshop down there?
Right. Well, I mean, you know, it is wise that when you don't understand stuff, that you try your best to furnish yourself with the information or put yourself in an environment that will help you to understand it. I know what the roles of these technical people are. I am not a technical person, so I am there to provide the environment and whatever else they need to execute their mandates efficiently. So of course that takes some conversation to kind of see where everybody is and building relationships quickly, you know, because that is obviously going to be a critical part of the whole success infrastructure, if you're going to put it that way. So one of the things that I discovered quickly, you know, as a person that has already been outside looking in and seeing what has been happening with the division, the kind of things that has been happening around the island and so on, you know, and I see the conditions under which people do their work. Certainly they are not, the infrastructure is not perfect. These buildings and the facilities and so on, but people are committed to their work. And that is the thing, that is one of the things that is first and foremost on my mind. What can I bring to the table to assist in enhancing the working environment to these officers, right? Because nobody could argue it away that the division is doing exceptional work. You can't argue that away. Therefore, I feel that we have to do our best, whatever way we can, as the resources are made available, to create or to provide or to enhance, upgrade the environment in which these people do their work. I have tremendous respect, may I say heightened respect, for the people that work in the administrative staff, the different officers across the whole divide, that deliver these services to the island of Tobago.
Okay, and we're going to talk about some of the plans that you have for that unit when we get back, but we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back right after this. See you soon, guys.
Rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks a favor to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong and the vibes.
Supplies has bbeen a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Get your quality furniture and appliances at Standards. Frigidaire gas range $599. Serta base and mattress $1,899. RC 50-inch smart 4K TV as low as $2,599. Yes, at Standard. Nobody beats us on price. Believe it.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago on this wonderful Tuesday morning on Tobago Updates. I have been chatting with the Assistant Secretary in the Division of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development, Mr. Terence Baines, also known as Pastor Baines, Assemblyman Baines. Good morning and welcome back. Before we had the break, we were talking about some of your plans for the maintenance and building department, which you are now heading down there at the division. So tell us about some of the plans and strategies that we can see coming from you within this upcoming time or your time in office.
Like I said, you know, I have a heightened appreciation and respect for the people that do this work. When I visited some of the plants and had conversations with the officers and look at the conditions, which is one of the first things that is of interest to me, because you know you see the work and so in my mind I am imagining what the output could be if the working environment is optimized. You understand? And so that is part of one of the first things that I'm working on is to, as I visit the different working spaces and hear the concerns of the officers and so on, what can I do to make these matters, frontline matters, and see what solutions can be implemented. Most of them, as you can appreciate, are resource related.
Right.
You understand?
And if we look at it from a more practical perspective, or we just, as we say in Tobago, we're being frank.
Yes.
The environment, as you say, is less than savory. But you have a situation where bathroom facilities are, you know, it's not even in a condition where women should be working there. Let's say, for instance, the workshop. You have some facilities there that simply should not even be occupied because
I ain't reached to the workshop yet. I only heard about the workshop because you know I've visited several other places, but I've heard about the workshop. But go ahead.
Where you have mold infestation, and these are places where people are still working every day.
Yeah.
So how do you plan to fix this?
Yes.
In
yes.
such a short order.
Right. And like I said, I mean, even in your work plan, you will say, okay, this is priority 1, priority 2, priority 3 in the work plan. You understand? The specific place you're talking about, the workshop, I've not gotten to the workshop yet. But based on what I have seen in some of the other places, I know that generally we have to find a way to optimize the infrastructure. We have to find a way to optimize. But again, and again, you know, we can't understate the credit that is due to the people that work. You know, I mean, people have mass protests for less. You understand what I'm saying? And so on. So that is why this is accentuated in my mind as to what we can do. I mean, and you know, the money is a serious challenge, and we're not using that as a cop-out. It is a fact, you know, that at the division we are strapped for resources. You understand? But people still continue to work, and so therefore that is one of the things that is a front burner issue for me, right? How, and we've had preliminary discussions with the secretary about it and so on, and I am working now to get all the details that we can have a formalized plan as to and determine this is how we're going to try and do these fixes, you know. But we want to say to the officers that I, as a new person, you know, I have an appreciation, and I am committed to doing whatever I can to see if we could improve the working environment.
A lot of these things are long-term projects.
Sure.
Because, you know, to do over some of these facilities, it will take maybe upwards of 2 years.
Sure.
So have you thought about any short-term strategies of where maybe you can relocate these individuals?
Right. Well, the thing is, like I said, I mean, I didn't want to truncate the response, meaning that I wanted to have an appreciation for everything that we have that requires fixing, and then we kind of have a plan. This is how we're going to treat with this one, that one, and what will be a priority. So as I get all the information, there may be need for us to say, let's move this unit or whatever, and that kind of thing. So, but I'm not there yet with that, you know. I've not even visited the Speyside district yet. I haven't gotten the opportunity to go there and so on. And the workshop for sure. You understand? You know, but you know, it's just that some of the other things happen and stuff, because the workshop really was on my mind to visit since last week. But of course, with the burial and all that kind of just, you know, but suffice it to say that I understand that my role and responsibility is to see whatever I can do. I am no hero. I want to make that clear. I mean, you know, sometimes a man come in a new place and you throw yourself around like you are the fixer. You understand? I'm not a Jesus to the division, but certainly whatever skills I have, I would want to use to see how we can improve the environment.
Right. And what are some of the major projects that are going on right now under your unit?
Right. So what we have happening now, I initiated a thing called a project road trip. You know, we have several projects, so we just kind of picked what we call the top 10 to highlight those and so on. And so they are across the island. We started last week, I believe, highlighting the project in King Peter Bay Road, you know, and that will always be one of the flagship projects because of the impact of that on the community, the people that live up on that hill. And no, I'm sorry, the week before last week we highlighted the roundabout area down in the Shervan area there, and the Friendship Project and what's going to be happening with that. We have gone up to the Roxborough area. There are there's a revetment that is in the Roxborough main thoroughfare area there that we are highlighting as well, because of course, around the island we have coastal challenges. There is some problems in the Mount Irving area and Plymouth that need immediate attention, and we are hoping that we can look at those things where we've seen significant road failure in those areas. We've gone to Gugu Patch. I don't know if you're familiar with that area. The Gugu Patch is an area in between, let's say you leave Wim and going to the Lescato side.
Okay.
That is an area in between there that people live up in that area, and there was no rail access. They had a river running there, and we did a road and that kind of stuff to improve access for them. So that would be one of the projects that would be highlighted. There still need to do some more work and so on. So the project road trip is going to highlight projects that have been completed already and some that are ongoing. One of the other ones that I wanted to talk about too is in, I think they call it Grandy Gully in Goodwood. There is an area there. It is a project that we inherited pretty much, and there was the threat to property by, of course, water from the river and all that, and significant work has been done. Now a bridge is being constructed to bring some relief to the people, because what happens is that area, when flooding takes place, it affects the main road as well. You understand? So we're hoping that we can bring some relief there speedily.
Right. During the project road trip,
yes,
what level of engagement are you able to have with the public, or is it just go and highlight the project?
Right. So
or while you're there, you're also engaging with members of the community.
Yes. So there is footage of conversations with the persons to whom the projects matter most. People that benefit from those projects. So all those things are fitted into the short videos that have been promoted at this particular point in time. And like I said, the philosophy behind the thing is to let the public have an appreciation for the work, because this is the purpose for which we were hired.
Correct.
The division and the division's work has a significant impact on the entire island and the entire government, for that matter. You understand? And so we are hoping that as we do this, that all of us would have a better appreciation for the work, and also become more sensitive to the plight of the workers as well, and for the optimizing of the environment in which they do their jobs and so on. So,
right. How have you been able to function even in light of maybe, even some demeaning or offensive comments that come from your transition from secretary to assistant secretary? Because there are a number of individuals who you might call insensitive or just unaware of the process or the conversation that happened in the background that led to the transition of you from secretary to assistant secretary. There was a number of negative conversations happening publicly. How has that affected your functioning?
It's not a matter that I want to ventilate extensively, but suffice it to say that all of us, as you grow as a person, right, you have to have an appreciation for life itself, how life is, and you have to do life. You understand? I'm sure you are aware in your own context that life is not really, it is not a perfect experience. There are days, there are times and seasons where things that you didn't plan for, it happens. The challenge really is how you respond to it, and when people do not have sufficient information,
speculation prevails.
Speculation will always be the order of the day, and mind you, speculation in the guise of bacchanal is almost like supply and demand. And people, it is more palatable for most people. I'll give you an example.
It's better than no response.
Yeah.
The speculation is better than
I'll
nothing.
give you an example. You know, on Sundays, I do a devotional on Sundays, a kind of online church service and so on. And the Sunday after the reassignment, normally my life will get to the amount of person that normally there, you know, my life will get there in 15 minutes or so into. In 5 minutes, I saw upwards of 100 people, and I know that 90% at the time, 90% of the people didn't really come for the church thing. They didn't come for no devotion. They've come to see what Baines is going to say about this thing here, even on a, you know, in a sacred platform. So it tells you about how people, the things that people are interested in. And as an individual, you have to manage your own self. Because mind you, I am as human as the next person. I have feelings, you know, and all that. And I made the choice that it is not a healthy environment to ventilate anything. You understand? Because I know that there are the sharks in the water looking for some fodder to start some kind of foolishness. Notwithstanding though, I believe that my life has divine direction in it, and God has been the one that has directed my up, down, and across. You understand? So it is how I respond to that, and that kind of thing is the real issue. Albeit, I am comfortable in the castle of my own skin. You understand? I have certain skills and certain abilities and so on, and whenever I put my hand to something, I try to do that to the best of my ability. And you would go to bed at night and sleep comfortable, know that you've done the best that you could. You understand? And I believe now in this dispensation where I'm at, the same Terrence Baines that was in the other place is the same Terrence Baines that is here, and you're going to get the same percentage from me.
Right. I mean, and it wouldn't be like me to be here and not ask the question. You know, was that transition an indication of a bigger conflict that's happening in the background between you and members of the party?
And that's a loaded question. That's a loaded question.
That caused that shift, that caused that transition.
That's a loaded question.
I say that I'm here to have the conversation and ask the question that the people want to ask.
I understand.
Was that an indication of...
I understand. And that is not a matter, in all honesty, that I wish to ventilate, in all honesty. You understand? But suffice it to say that life is dynamic. You know, life is dynamic, and life has changes, and it is how we manage those changes and so on. One can come to a conclusion about who you are. You understand? All of us face different situations in our lives, and there's not so much, people don't remember so much the intricacies of the actual situation. You know, people remember more how you deal with that situation. You understand? And so that is where my focus is, and I am committed to the government of the Chief Secretary Farley Chavez Augustine, and want the government to succeed. I mean, I will not do anything publicly to do injury to that. I mean, you understand? That is a contradiction.
Right.
You understand?
And I mean, in any situation, whether it be in a family, in a church, in any kind of organization, the conflicts will arise, and persons have differences in opinion.
Sure. I mean,
but it is the level of diplomacy.
Of course, it's a dynamic environment.
To deal with
it's a dynamic environment, and you will be shocked how that brings out a lot of essence of the humanity of people. I have found that the best of us is not manifested in the perfect scenarios, you know. You understand? And I think the Tobago environment deserve people that are honest at heart, doing what they're doing and whatever. So when you walk off the landscape, people must say, this is a man that has done this, he, you know, managed wherever he managed this particular way and that kind of thing. And perhaps I am hoping that how I manage this, that somebody could use it as a reference point, you know, for their own situations.
Excellent, and
Yes.
I'm glad that you focus on the work and nothing else. I want to thank you so much for coming on this morning and for your heightened level of diplomacy. I want to thank you so much for that. So, guys, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back right after this.
Dawning as the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear my neighbor.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
Deltec Distributors Weekend Special Wings Friday. £3 wings, 2.5 kilogram fries. Special 100 TT. Soup Saturday. £2 cube beef, £2 cow heel, £2 chicken foot, £2 pigtail, or smoked bone. Special $150. Super Sunday. £3 leg and thigh chicken, £3 sliced pork, £3 lamb slice, £3 cheese, 2 pack of pasta. Special $250. Located Main Road, Argyle, Tobago. We deliver 20 TT. Contact us on deltecdistributors.com 395-5040 or 237-0102. Deltec Distributors Weekend Special.
I can't live without you, I can't be without you for too long. 'Cause when I'm around you, I feel like the heavens has come down. I feel it in my soul every time we on the road, it's a miracle. A million strong come together.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, buljoil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Road
rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. And on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear me neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong.
Good morning, and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates, guys. As we continue our conversation this morning, we are talking about the Job family reunion. And to have that conversation with me this morning, I have the pleasure of sitting with, in studio, the beautiful Claudia Groom-Duke, who is one of the committee members, and online I have Mr. Patrick Caesar. Good morning, Mrs. Groom-Duke. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Well, it's nice to see you. I have to say you look quite radiant. You look like you are aging backwards, and you look like you don't have a stress in the room. You probably, the last time we saw you in the public space as Secretary for Health, I mean, you don't seem like you have gotten a day older. And I know I'm not gassing you because the people tell us in the comments. Am I lying? She looks very lovely. Good morning.
God's work. This is God's work.
I have
mercy and grace.
You do look graceful. So tell us a bit. I mean, first of all, let's start off with the Job family reunion. We know that in Tobago, we don't want to say everyone is related, but the families are so closely related because, I mean, we have two persons here in this interview this morning having this conversation, and none of their surname is Job. So that just goes to say that you really could never tell. This morning, Mr. Patrick Caesar, good morning and welcome. How are you?
Good morning. Are you hearing me okay?
We are hearing you fine.
Yes. Okay, great. And thank you for having us as well.
So tell us a bit about how the family day came about. Whose family tree are we celebrating?
But definitely, I would really want Patrick to deal with that. Okay. Nonetheless, celebrating the family Job, James Job and Frank Job, the descendants and the line of Jobs. And as you said earlier, the Jobs, the connection of this family line, and really, unless you identify the Job in you, you know, because we have like the Grahams, the George, the Andrews, the Forbes, and so on. So I'd let Patrick deal with that. He is our leader in organizing the Job family reunion.
Right. Okay.
Good morning, and thank you. Yes, thank you so much, Ms. Claudia. And again, thank you for having us. And good morning to Trinidad and Tobago and the diaspora as well. So we are really excited to have what we call the Job International Family Reunion. And it's a weekend that's planned from the Friday, the 2nd of August to Sunday, the 4th of August. Now, let me tell you a little bit of background because, as you rightly noted, none of the persons here have the surname Job. But to give some background, there were two brothers who came, we believe it's from Barbados in the late 1800s, called Frank and James Job. And let's just say that they were very prolific. They had quite a few children, and ultimately they made there was one time that I was doing a family tree for the Jobs. I started doing it, and it ended up to be about 1,000 persons, and I had to stop because it was just too much to try to do all the Jobs that are raised. So there are a lot of people who are connected to the Job family, and we brand this as the Job International Family Reunion because we try to bring everybody, all the different clans, if you want to call them, together. The first person to really attempt that was my mother. That is the deceased Oris Job Caesar, a well-known educator and author right here in Tobago. So she was the first one to try to pull all the different clans of the Job. As you know, there's a whole set of Jobs who live in Belgarden in Tobago. That's one of the origin areas of the Job. That is where James Job had settled in Tobago. And then there's another set that Frank Job would have settled in the western part of Tobago. And he had more daughters, and so many of the people who descended from him do not carry the name Job. But my mother, as I said, was a Job. She was from the Belgarden area. And besides Zion Hill and Belgarden, we have in Western Tobago places like Bethany and Mount Pleasant, where you have people like the Shores, you have the Inneses, the Sosas, so many people that are related to Grahams, as Miss Claudia rightly pointed out. We have the Orr descendants. You wouldn't believe it, that there are a lot of people called Orr right now, O-R-R, and who are descendants of the Job in Glamorgan and Pembroke and those areas. And then there's the descendants of, there's a matriarch called Queen Job, from whom the Reeds, the Dukes, and the Dans are descended. We have descendants of the Job in Trinidad, in areas like St. Augustine, Toko, La Hokata, South, and many more in the diaspora. As I said, all of this started with Mrs. Oris Job Caesar, when she did this first reunion, maybe about 40 or so, 50 years ago. And we have, as her son, one of her children, I have carried on by honoring the legacy, and we continue to honor that legacy during this time. Maybe Claudia can give you some of her background as far as Job is concerned, and then when you come back to me, I'll give you a little more details as to the weekend and what we have planned for an exciting time that is planned for the Job reunion in Tobago.
Right, and
Claudia?
I mean, he almost called all the surnames in Tobago in that one conversation. I'm shocked I didn't hear the Felix.
Definitely, you meet a Job everywhere.
Don't be surprised.
My mother was Ivy Job, married groom. Yes, and so my grandfather, Herman Job, and the line coming out of Henry Job, James Job. So we have these connections, all of us.
Right. And when it comes to the weekend in August, what days would you guys be celebrating?
Well, definitely we will be celebrating from the 2nd of August to the 4th of August. On the 2nd, which is the Friday, we are meeting at Magdalena Hotel at the Robinson Crusoe pub. The family would meet and greet and share at 7 p.m. at Magdalena. And then we would meet because, of course, we are so many, and we get to know, especially the younger ones, we get to know each other and so on. So that is on Friday evening, where we would meet and greet at the Magdalena Hotel, Robinson Crusoe Park. Okay. On Saturday morning at 9:15, we would share service at the Good News Seventh-day Adventist Church. We would share a devotion there with the congregation. 9:15, and in the evening we have our awards dinner, and a mini concert.
Okay.
Within that framework. For the dinner, we invite all Jobs. The cost of the tickets, it's $500, and that facilitates the whole process because on Sunday we go to Sid Gray Stadium where we have fun and games and so on.
Right. So, Mr. Caesar, tell us a little bit more about that concert on Saturday night and that event on Sunday.
Right, and thanks, Claudia, for quite a detailed presentation there. But so the Saturday in particular, if you may not know, the Job is a very talented family, and many of the Job descendants are extremely talented. And so we have the dinner, we have an award ceremony as well, where we give out awards to some of our elders in the community, and we have tributes as well as we have the mini concert. And in the mini concert, we have people like Eastlyn Orr, who is also a Job descendant. We have people like Nzinga Job, who is Job descendant. Donald Job, which is a well-known name in Tobago as well. And we have a couple surprises that we don't want to release right now. We know that some people, as I say, there are people who are related to the Jobs that plenty of people do not know. As a matter of fact, Ms. Felix, you might find that you might be a Job descendant. You never know. So check it out and see. All right. So that's this that's on this Saturday night, and as Claudia says, the ticket is $500. We use that price of the ticket to cover a lot of the other things on the weekend. For instance, on the Friday, we'll be having wristbands for the people who come in on the Friday evening. The Friday is free to enter, and then on the Sunday we have our family day, and that's going to be at the Sid Gray Stadium in Roxborough. That starts at 10 a.m. and we go until 6. So that's the whole family day. We'll have sporting activities, all those sort of things. It's going to be a really exciting time. A lot of people look forward to that. That's also free to enter. That as I said, we try to use the proceeds from the dinner to cover all the other activities that are free. So who may not be able to afford to come to the dinner itself, all the other activities that we have are free to enter. And we try to even get sponsors for some of the people who want to come to the dinner and really want to come. We try to see if we can get sponsors for them as well. But it's an exciting time to look forward to. And it's interesting to note that we as a family, and maybe one of the first families in Tobago to actually have a history book. I wanted to highlight that this morning. This is a book that talks about the Job legacy. This talks about the history of the Job. My mother, who was a historian, would have also done some research on the family history, and that's why we know who is connected, who are all the different people that are connected to Job from the brothers that came from Barbados. And so that book is available on Amazon. It's called Job Legacy, and so it's a book that and it also be sold at the reunion as well. Many of the Job family already have it. That's why we know of our connections to each other. And as I say, on Sunday is going to be our family day, and we really want to have a grand and exciting time. I think it's going to be a very memorable time for all of us, and we look forward to all the Jobs coming in people are coming in from the USA. Some people come from England, different parts of the world, Canada. Of course, we have the Trinidad Jobs coming in. And another interesting point to note, a lot of the Jobs, many Jobs spell their name with an E at the end. All right, that will have happened over time because I suppose for the pronunciation, some people actually end up with the but they are still very much connected to the original Jobs that started off in Belgarden, Tobago. So I think that I would cover most of this. We also have a little devotional on Sunday at the start of our activities on Sunday as well. The service we have on Saturday is for essentially the Saturday worshipers. We have a lot of Adventists within our group, but it's going to be open to any member of the family who wants to attend that service at 9:15 at the Good News SDA Church in Scarborough, opposite the Esplanade. That's going to be a special service for all. They will be acknowledging the Job family at that service as well. So I think I've covered most of it. Claudia, I don't know if there's anything else you might want to add to that. What I've said so far.
Well, I know usually when there is a family day, there is family day paraphernalia. Are there any T-shirts or anything that persons can get if they want to come out to celebrate that weekend? And who should they get into contact with if they want to come? And if there are any secret Job family members that want to show themselves during this time, this might be the opportunity.
Well, as I say, you can check out your line as well. You could talk to Claudia and check the history book and see. You never know. But in terms of T-shirts, I can just say that we have the T-shirts available at a company called the Print Shop. in Port of Spain. They are on 10 Nepal Street in Port of Spain, St. James, and they will be supplying T-shirts. They already have the design and everything for these T-shirts, so people would just have to contact the company in Trinidad. I'm trying to see if I can find the number. There's a phone number for them as well.
Is it possible for individuals to contact anyone who would make the orders on their behalf if they are in Tobago?
Yes. We have an entire committee. We have the executive committee who are able to help you with the orders. Well, as I am a co-chairman of that committee as well, along with other members that we have. Including myself, we have Harriet Job in Bell Garden. We have Noel Sosa, a former principal of Scarborough Secondary School. I'm sure many people know him as well. We have Lisa Shaw of the Shaw family. We have in Claudia, of course. We have in Kosi Job, that is the son of Harriet Job as well. So we have quite a few people who would be available if you need further information. And some of the names that I'm calling out, I'm sure other people, the Job family know these people. And so they'll be able to contact them. I myself, I live in Trinidad, so that's why I'm here online. And I am available as well. My name is Patrick Caesar, but as I said, people in the family know me as well. So anybody who wants to get further information can go through those lines. And as I said, the T-shirts are available at the print shop in Port of Spain at 10 Nepal Street in St. James. Right.
All right, no problem. So, and it says that the T-shirts are $85 TP. Yeah. If you're interested, you can reach out to any one of these individuals to get a T-shirt done. And as they indicated, it's from the 2nd of August to the 4th of August. So we hope that all the Job family members online or individuals, even if your name is not Job, find out. You never know. Like myself, I might be a part of the lineage, right? So we want to thank you guys for coming on this morning, and thank you for doing what you have to do to map your family's legacy and encouraging other families to do the same, right? Again, thank you so much for coming on this morning, and we do appreciate you, and we hope that the Job Family Day and Family Weekend is a success. Unfortunately, this is all we have for this morning, and we have to wrap up right here. We want to thank you guys for joining us this morning. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your comments, and we hope that you have a great Tuesday, and thank you for doing all that you have been doing to make Tobago Updates the #1 broadcaster here on the island of Tobago. Again, have a great day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor, to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power, we are people in the sun. We are beaches, we are rivers, we are melanated ones. We special and there is no denying Tobago is number one.
Last year, October 2023, the island tilted. The peaceful bliss of sea, sun, and sand was transcended as we took to the streets to revel in paradise.
Carnival right here. We're gonna leave it and we go right down.
It's the greatest, it's the best, it's safe, and it's beautiful.
I love Tobago, baby. Coming back next year.
Playing pan on the streets is a magical experience. When the band strike up, is rhythm, steel and powder. This is Tobago Carnival, pan in paradise.
Tobago is the best.
Tobago Carnival is the new home for the legend of Calypso. Where else can you get sweet Calypso music that gives you that nostalgic feeling?
Soca Titans is we title, is we monarch. We built artists from scratch who can perform with the best. Real Titans of soca.
When last you've been to a party, plenty women looking so nice. We must be in paradise.
This year, ritual takes on new space and dimension. Traditions will be reimagined, breaking free and taking on new meaning on the road.
I love the energy!
This year, the revelry is bigger and better. More colors, more meaning, great packages for the masqueraders. Tobago Carnival is freedom.
This year promoting safety in all events for Tobago Carnival. This year promoting whining, not minding people business. This year promoting clean fun, security and freedom.
Freedom to be any version of yourself that you choose to be with love and safety. Here, you have permission to be you, uninhibited and free.
So what you waiting on? This year, this October 2024, experience the ritual, revel in paradise, release yourself. From the greatest little island on the planet, this is the Tobago Carnival 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed partners and sponsors, and most importantly, our beloved communities, welcome to the Tobago Heritage Festival 2024. As we embark on the 37th year of this festival, our theme is We Come Back. Back to our communities, back to our villages, back to our true indigenous heritage presentations and productions. We are bringing back iconic events such as Yesterday's Children, Belmana Riots, and the Courtship Codes. We want to highlight the importance of coming back to our roots, celebrating the people and the communities that make Tobago so special. Get ready for an unforgettable experience as we say, we come back to our true essence. We want to encourage each and every one of you to continue to support our cultural development and preservation in any way that you can. Your support is truly invaluable. Together, we can continue to make a positive impact that will be felt for generations to come. Thank you, and see you in July.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense pride and excitement that I address you to officially launch the 2024 Tobago Heritage Festival. The Tobago Heritage Festival is not just an event, it is a journey back to our roots. This year's theme, We Come Back. Back to our communities, back to our villages, back to our true indigenous heritage presentations and productions. It captures the true essence of revitalizing the culture and traditions that have shaped our identity for generations. This year marks the 37th successful hosting of the festival, and we are proud to officially dub the month of July as Tobago Heritage Month, a time when our island comes alive with rhythms, flavors, and stories of our ancestors. The festival continues to offer an unparalleled opportunity for economic growth on the island. Every stakeholder, from local artisan and vendor to hospitality businesses and transportation services, stand to benefit. Our vibrant cultural displays will attract visitors, boost tourism, and provide a significant economic uplift to the island. The heart of this festival beats in our communities. We are empowering each village to manage its own productions to ensure authenticity and sustainability. The Tobago Festival Commissions Limited and the Tobago House of Assembly are here to support you, fostering an environment where our heritage can flourish sustainably. As we embark on this journey, let us celebrate the essence of Tobago. Let us honor our heritage and support our communities as we showcase the vibrant culture that makes our island unique. Thank you.